we're going on a trip, y'all. Not the usual umbrella you'll find on the beach, but here we are. It is honestly really beautiful even though it's raining. I love the beach, man. I could live here with some shelter. Good morning. Good morning. I knew it was going to be really rainy and dreary, and I was looking forward to that. I don't know if that's what's throwing me off the most. I had planned for this trip to really be a creative space for myself, and I know how lucky I am to be able to go away to just write and to just spend time in nature. Like, that's a blessing. But I'm wondering if I should have just stayed home. It hit me how much the last 8 weeks have been entirely focused on the move. And now I'm on this vacation shortly after, and I'm like, well, I'm feeling not purposeless, but I don't have the motivation that I thought I would to sit here and like get lost in my creativity. And that's why part of me is like, well, am I wasting this time? Should I have just stayed home? The weather's better in New York right now. I could be enjoying the early spring there and honestly writing there. I could be writing there without a problem. But I'm here now. It is what it is, and I'm not driving back home. That's for sure. So I woke up and like basically felt sorry for myself for about half an hour. I've said this before in other videos, but the thing that keeps me the most sane in life is definitely my routines. And when I don't know what to do, when I feel lost, when I feel so ungrounded from the world, I just do what I know needs to get done anyways, and that will help me anyway. So I get up, I brush my teeth, I washed the dishes that I didn't clean last night, and then I made myself a cup of tea. I'm gonna journal, and I'm gonna read a little and just go through the motions of my routine here and try to turn my mood around, try to turn my attitude around, because I'm in a beautiful place. I think I just need to, as often is the case with difficult times, and like when you feel lost at sea, just lean into it rather than try to fight against it. The rain's supposed to stop at 1, so I'm gonna try to step out around then and go on a long walk on the beach. We'll see how this day turns out and how this trip turns out, but here's to trying. In a service-berry economy, I accept the gift from the tree and then spread that gift around with a dish of berries to my neighbor, who makes a pie to share with his friend, who feels so wealthy in food and friendship that he volunteers at the food pantry. You know how it goes. In contrast, if I were to buy a basket of berries in a market economy, the relationship ends with the exchange of money. Once I hand over my credit card, I have no further exchange with the clerk or the store. We're done. I own these berries now and can do with them as I like. The clerk, the corporation, and I, the customer, have a strictly material transaction. There is no making of community, only a trading of commodities. Think of how strange, but how wonderful it would feel if you met the clerk on the street. They asked for your recipe for serviceberry pie. That would be out of bounds. But if those berries were a gift, you'd probably still be chatting. To name the world as a gift is to feel your membership in the web of reciprocity. It makes you happy and it makes you accountable. Conceiving of something as a gift changes your relationship to it in a profound way, even though the physical makeup of the thing has not changed. A woolly knit hat that you purchase at the store will keep you warm regardless of its origins, but if it was hand knit by your favorite auntie, then you are in relationship to that thing in a very different way. You are responsible for it, and your gratitude has motive force in this world. You're likely to take much better care of the gift hat than of the commodity hat because the gift hat is knit of relationships. This is the power of gift thinking. I imagine if we acknowledge that everything we consume is the gift of Mother Earth, we would take better care of what we are given. Okay, I'm pretty warm like this, but I only have a long sleeve, like a thin long sleeve underneath. And I'm worried I'm gonna get cold, especially when I get on the beach. So I'm gonna put on a hoodie underneath. I'd rather be too warm than too cold, especially knowing how cold it is on the beach. It's a little less comfortable because now my sweater's a little more tight in the sleeves, but not too bad. And I'll be thanking myself later. I wish I had my overhead headphones because this beanie's a little bit too small, so like it always rides up, but this is the beanie I want to wear. Can't forget my Apple Watch. Apple Watch secured. Camera. I'm debating cutting this. Let's see what it looks like, guys. I feel a little behind, but we're gonna go enjoy this hike. I woke up late, so I didn't get to like write this morning, but I did journal and I did read a little and I had a little breakfast. I like my outfit. I feel comfy. Should be a nice time. I feel warm. I should be okay. Off to the woods we go. The sun came out and I'm very happy. Hi guys, it is turning out to be a gorgeous day. I'm really happy that I ended up coming out to the trail today. I was debating between today and tomorrow. Started off cloudy and the minute I got on the trail, the sun came out. I'm feeling grateful. Being in nature is one of my favorite things in the world. It makes me feel so human, it makes me feel so grateful, and it just makes me feel a part of this planet. When I feel grateful, when I feel human, when I feel a part of this planet, all the things that I worry about on a surface level don't even enter my mind. Everything that I could worry about is fine in the grand scheme of things. I'm just really happy to be out here in nature. I've been wanting the sun to come out, and I would have enjoyed this and thought it was gorgeous without the sun, but the sun makes it sweeter. Speaking of, it's also making me squint. But I just wanted to say hi and pause in the middle of my walking to go on camera and say, how beautiful nature is and how lucky we are to be on this planet and to be able to enjoy and observe nature, because this planet is so magical to me. And as I've gotten older, the more and more I think about what it means to be human and how rare and magical it is to be on this planet and to have life on this planet, not just human life, but any kind of life, and how the most responsible and present thing we can do as humans is to acknowledge how special, rare, magical, holy it is to be on this planet as humans, how rare we are and how rare this planet is. Because if we are rare, our rareness is a byproduct of how special this planet is, that it can create life like ours. And it makes me so grateful for everything. Like the water I'm looking at right now, without that water we wouldn't be here. And I feel so humbled when I'm in nature. It helps me get grounded, and so I'm really grateful for that grounding force right now. I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I put a lot of pressure on the kind of person I want to be, the kind of things that I want to put out into the world. I just have things inside me that I think I operate from a place of inherent inadequacy within me, and that I feel that I have to prove my worth to somebody or something all the time, and that I want to hear that I'm worthy, and that I want to hear what I bring to the world matters and has value. And all the things I deal with in life, whether it's family or friends, my art, my work, it all seems to come back to this question for me of what is my worth, and do I feel worthy to others, and what is my value to the world, and do others think I'm valuable? And I get really insecure about it, and I get really in my head and caught up, and I don't want to say it doesn't matter and shit that doesn't matter, but when I'm here, when I'm in nature, all that goes away because I just feel a part of it. I know the inherent value of nature. I feel it in my bones. And when I'm a part of it, I don't feel like I need to question my worth because I'm just a part of nature. I'm just part of this planet. I don't know. I know some people don't get that or won't get that, because I think a lot of people are not used to seeing themselves as a part of nature and a part of this planet. We feel like the people running this planet rather than being a part of it, but we are. We are enmeshed with this planet entirely. We cannot separate ourselves from it. And when I'm in nature, I feel as simple as the water flowing. I feel as valuable and important and as just like godly as the air and the sand and the shells that collect on the shore and the seagulls who like stare out into the ocean. I see myself in all of it. And because of my deep value and appreciation for nature, it allows me to have value and appreciation for myself in a quiet, unspoken way. It wasn't until I put on the camera that I realized that's how nature makes me feel, how calm it makes me. And I just want to feel this way all the time. Just absolutely magnificently gorgeous day. The sun feels so good right now. I needed this so bad. But yeah, I'm hoping that this stays this way, the sun being out, and that hopefully we will see a sunset today. So we shall see. Once again, shout out nature, shout out this planet, shout out the water and the air and the seagulls, and shout out me because I'm a part of it too. Okay, bye. I got the sunset that I wished for, but the next day was another dreary one, and I decided to drive home a day early. I made the best of this trip, but sometimes the best part of traveling is coming back to the familiar comforts of your own home. Second to that has to be getting your film developed after a trip. I really love how these came out, and I hope you enjoy them too.